is I walked off the plane today and it was like, like it just sucks the life out of you, which I should know better. I'm happy to be hanging out here with you guys versus my boss in Los Angeles. We're having some problems, he and I. We don't see eye to eye. He attends like all those crazy self-help seminars. So he's always saying to me, you're being negative. You're putting negative energy out there, Jeannette. And I've been in therapy for 9 years, so I'm always like, you're projecting. Times are tough. It's tough to live on your own in Los Angeles. I'm having some financial problems. I actually went to the grocery store and my favorite credit card got declined, and the guy at the counter looked at me, you know, all with this disgust, and he was like, would you like me to run it again, Miss Rizzi? And I said, no. Go ahead and get my credit card provider on the phone. So they dialed, it rang, they picked up. I said, Dad. I'm so broke I don't even have cable on at my house. I get the news from Facebook, which can be pretty depressing. I actually read this interesting article. They had to invoke this old law on necrophilia, which is sex with the dead, for those of you who don't know. Because last Friday night they found this drunk guy passed out on top of this dead elderly woman in this like funeral home. It's depressing. A dead elderly woman got dick last Friday night and not me. I'm single. And I'm in my late 30s, so the pressure is building, you know, like my mother's calling. She called and left me this voicemail the other day. She's like, Jeannette, I brought my wedding dress to be dry cleaned because I was going to turn it into pillows. But then I picked it up and I decided it would look so beautiful on you. Any prospects? I even get pressure at the gynecologist. I went in and I said, doctor, listen, this new birth control pill you put me on, I'm having some problems with it, right? Because on the old pill, I only wanted to kill myself. On this new pill, I want to kill everybody. So I lay down and like I put my feet in the stirrups and he's like, Jeannette, it's time to have a serious talk. Scoot down. You're in your late 30s. Don't you think it's just time to ditch the pill altogether and have a baby? And I was like, really, doctor? I don't even have anybody to have a baby with. But he insists that like I go in for this blood test that like say how my eggs are doing and like if I'm gonna have a baby with problems. And so I go in and this is when I realized that this body is not ready to have a baby. There's this mother with a child. And the child is crying hysterically. And she says to me, would you mind going first? He's a little freaked out. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll get out of here early. And I sit down and I can hear the mom. Look at the big girl go. Don't you want to be a big boy? Look at the big girl. She's not crying. And the guy puts the needle in my arm and I'm like, is it hot in here? And I hear the mom, look at her. She's being so brave. Don't you want to be a big boy? And I'm like, are the lights blinking? And all of a sudden, I'm dreaming that I am riding on a school bus. And I wake up and I can hear the little kid screaming, I don't want to die! I don't want to die! And the doctor reached down and like slapped the shit out of me. And when I came to, I was like, see, this body's not ready to have a baby. I can't even give blood. And he was like, don't worry, Jeannette, your vagina is way tougher than you are. It's tough, you know. I actually, like, at this point in my dating life, I'm actually one step away from, like, grabbing a knife and stabbing the man that I'm dating with. Like, I'm one step away from ending up on that TV show Snapped. Have you guys seen the show? It's the greatest show ever, isn't it? Okay, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's true stories, like Forensic Files, where women are just sick of men's shit. And they kill him. It's so inspiring. At the end of every episode, I sit there with my popcorn and I think, oh, what could cause me to kill a man? And I always come back to the same two things. One is cheating, and it's not because they're fucking other people. It's just like they can let me know so I could go fuck other people. And cheap men, I don't know if y'all have this problem here in North Carolina, but Los Angeles, it's an epidemic, right? Like, I mean, what happened? Did they get some memo that said the value of the hoo-ha has now dropped below the value of the American dollar? I mean, since when is this not worth dinner anymore? Since when? And women are doing big things these days, you know? Running for president, which is, I'm still supporting. I don't know how we feel here, but like, you know, I just think it's worth more. Poor Hillary. That's depressing to me too. Maybe not you guys. I mean, I get it. But yeah, I watch the news a little bit. I try not to chime in on it too much because it stresses me out when I see my little things on Facebook or at a bar, which is where I end up when I'm watching the news. But the thing that scares me the most right now is like, you know, Trump is one thing, but Pence is another, just because like he's a pro-lifer and they kind of annoy me. I feel like they're trying to control my vagina. I can't even control my vagina. Don't laugh, it's a serious situation. Yesterday there was a knock at my door and it was my ex-boyfriend, and I was like, what are you doing here? I said, I never wanted to see you again. He said, I know. Your vagina sent me a text message, said she wants to see me ASAP. Stupid cunt. Pro-lifers always like to bring religion into the conversation, which drives me bonkers too. I mean, what is it with people like that? Like, people who don't believe in God, they'll never approach you when you're minding your own business at the coffee shop and be like, psst, you know that whole God thing is bullshit, right? Like, that doesn't happen, and I don't know if you guys ever noticed, it's always the assholes who want to pray for you. Like, don't pray for me, pray for you. You're the asshole. And when I die and go to heaven and God's thinking, like, is he going to let me in or not? I don't want him to be like, wait, where have I heard her name before? That asshole was praying for you. You hang out with assholes, you can't come in here. That would be horrible. There was a moment in my life, guys, when I truly believed that God was a woman. Because I said only a woman can create something as beautiful as this earth we live on. Now, I know God's a man. I call, he doesn't answer. He then arrives on his own time whenever he feels like it, and he's all, be faithful to me. Only a man would do that. Here's an interesting fact about me. My mother was a nun and my father was a monk. That's not set up for a joke, that's just me. My dad is actually here from Florida to cheer me on. You guys give him a round of applause. He's back here, guys, listening to me all these years. My dad was a monk and my mom was a nun, and as a baby, my bottles were filled with 5 Lord's Prayers, 10 Hail Marys, a splash of holy water, and a whole lot of Catholic guilt. And my parents have been super supportive of me. I do a lot of work with, like suicide prevention, and my parents kind of freaked out about that. I don't know if anybody here has ever struggled with depression. It's not an easy thing to talk about, right? I don't know if anybody's ever tried to talk about it with people. They kind of freak out, right? They're like, ugh, I don't know about that. My dad was like, Dad, what do you have to even going on in your life that could make you feel suicidal, Jeanette? And I was like, well, 3 things actually. My job, my dating life, and the Trader Joe's parking lot. And my mom, at first, she wasn't sure how to handle it, but now she's figured out, like, if she senses that I'm sad, she really shouldn't bring it up, like, are you going to kill yourself? So instead, because she's worried I'm going to yell at her, right? So she leaves me these random voicemails. Jeanette, the mustard. Do you remember the mustard that you bought me? And I liked it, and I thought, well, Daddy might like the mustard, so I went and I bought Daddy the mustard, and he liked it. And then he said, well, your sister Anita might like the mustard, so we went to Trader Joe's today and we bought your sister the mustard, and she liked it too. Okay, well, if you need me for anything, I'm here, so just call. I'm going to head off the stage, but I'm going to leave the single ladies in this room one piece of dating advice that my grandma Ann from Brooklyn always told me when it came to dating. She said, don't read any books, Jeanette. You just need one piece of advice. It's this. They're all assholes, all right? You just gotta find the asshole you can live with for the rest of your life.